Up furniture for a half year. A couple in Bellevue put theirs in storage after paying thousands of dollars to a contractor for a major remodeling project. The work was never started.
Mike McKnight found that police are building criminal cases as 6 on Your Side investigates.
Like her living and dining rooms, Cindy Kimball tells a Bellevue police detective that a contractor's promises have come up empty.
I paid him August 3rd. He cashed a check on August 4th, and he's never started anything. It's just been excuses after excuses.
The homeowner paid RGC, which is Rainey's General Contracting, $16,600, or about half down for a major renovation, from painting to floor replacement and more.
He's going to put black spindles on the railing, redo all the wood.
Cindy says no work has been done since the August payment, so Bellevue Police Detective Karen Wrigley has opened an investigation.
He painted this beautiful picture to say, hey, I'm going to remodel your house. It's going to look fantastic when I'm done with it. According to Nebraska state statute, theft by deception, he created that false impression. He got money for it, and he never started the job.
While the felony investigation continues, the contractor allegedly committed a misdemeanor. The homeowner says the contractor did return to her home with an engineer to determine if this wall could be removed safely and the ceiling still properly supported. EP Engineering says a $600 invoice sent the contractor last August hasn't been paid. So a misdemeanor theft of services warrant has been issued for 53-year-old Ronald Rainey, whose company is based out of a Papillion home.
No answer, so I'll leave my business card.
Also, phone and email messages have not been returned.
The flu bug, then it was COVID, then he hurt his back.
But Cindy has plenty of written promises and delays from the contractor that she's giving the investigator.
With all the text messages and everything else that they've provided, yes, it's more of a solid case.
That's why Cindy is glad she documented all the communication with the contractor.
I do want my money back, of course, but I don't want him doing this to anybody else.
Cindy and her husband still work so they can hire a new contractor, but after already paying more than $16,000 for a project never started, they have to rebuild their bank account.
I'm close to being retired, so of course it hurts. And it's going to take me a little longer to retire.
On Your Side in Bellevue, Mike McKnight, 6 News.
Ronald Rainey, the owner of Rainey General Contractors, also has an outstanding warrant for alleged theft by deception filed in Douglas County. A police affidavit alleges an Omaha homeowner paid Rainey almost $13,000 for kitchen remodeling work last year that's not done. The warrant says Rainey spent most of the money on personal expenses.
Man from